तो हेलो मेरे भाइयों, कैसे हो आप लोग। मैं हूँ विवेक शर्मा। विवेक रिएक्शन में स्वागत है। साउंड की थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होगी। साउंड से कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। आप लोग वीडियो देख सकते हो, अच्छे से सुन सकते हो। मैं अगले वीडियो में माइक ला सकता हूँ। अभी के लिए मैं एक्सप्लेनेशन करता हूँ पॉडकास्ट जो लजारस की थी। तो लजारस की पॉडकास्ट हम लोग देखेंगे कि लजारस ने क्या कहा था और क्या बोला था। तो आज हम लोग चेक करेंगे कितने मिनट की पॉडकास्ट है। वो मैं देख लेता हूँ, 35 मिनट। ओके, हम लोग 35 मिनट आज टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं लजारस की पॉडकास्ट पे। मे बी उसने क्या एक्सप्लेनेशन की है एमवे के ऊपर, वो हम लोग देखेंगे और चेक करेंगे। चलो लेट्स गो, देखते हैं। वीडियो मिस मत करना, वीडियो छोड़ के मत जाना प्लीज। मैं ये बोलना चाह रहा हूँ आप लोग को। और बाकी हम लोग देखते हैं कि ये पॉडकास्ट में क्या हुआ था। चलो लेट्स गो, पांडा चॉप न्यूज, लेट्स गो।
Panda Chop. All right, guys, today we got a special guest. I thought we'd do things different today, but you guys know him as Dr. Khan, aka Lazarus, straight from Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying? He going crazy on the internet right now, got the streets buzzing. Welcome him, man. What up, though?
अबे ये चूतिया डॉक्टर भी है क्या? मेरे को नहीं पता। ये डॉक्टर भी है क्या? डॉक्टर भी है और ये रैपर भी है क्या? कोई कमेंट में बताओ। ये डॉक्टर खान डॉक्टर भी है और रैपर भी है, मेरे को नहीं पता भाई।
Guys, today we got a special guest. I thought we'd do things different today, but you guys know him as Dr. Khan, aka Lazarus, straight from Detroit, man. You know what I'm saying? He going crazy on the internet right now, got the streets buzzing. Welcome him, man. What up, though?
What up, though, man? Detroit in the building, baby.
How
What's
you doing
poppin',
today,
man?
bro?
I'm doing good, bro. Just working, man. Just balancing the medicine with the hip hop like I do, man. It's just like it's a constant balance, my time and my energies, man. This hip hop is crazy, medicine is crazy, and I juggle them both, baby.
I know, man. You like one of the hardest working people I've ever, known about. Like, I don't know how
Man,
you do it.
it's crazy, man. It's just I've been doing both my whole life, so it's just kind of like I know when to take the time out to focus on hip hop and when to take the time out to focus on the medicine because it's all about time management. You got to be able to figure that out. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. So usually I like to start at the beginning, but we got so much going on that I got to start with the relevant stuff.
अब यहाँ से खुलने वाला है कि एमईबे के बारे में अभी खुलेगा, वो बोलेगा। मैं यहाँ पे अपना कैमरा आती कर लेता हूँ, 1 मिनट रुको, कैमरा का एंगल चेंज कर लेता हूँ। अब यहाँ से देखता हूँ। अब वो बोलेगा कि डेथ बिलो क्यों आपने लॉन्च किया, वो डिस्ट्रैक वो कोलैब किया था, वो क्या नाम था वो बुड्ढे का, हो गया उसके साथ में, क्यों आपने कोलैब किया। एंड आप ये एक्सप्लेनेशन कीजिए सर।
At the beginning, but we got so much going on that I got to start with the relevant stuff. You just dropped a brand new song with D12 Swifty McVeigh called
Yes,
Death
sir.
Blow. And you're
D12 स्विफ्टी मैकवे के साथ में कोलैब डेथ बिलो, कॉल्ड डेथ बिलो।
clearly dissing Emiway. Talk to us.
इसमें डिस किया है एमिवे को। इसमें टॉक टू अस अबाउट, इसके बारे में, अबाउट यू, इसके बारे में आप लोग बताइए कि क्यों आपने डिस किया एमिवे को। वो एक्सप्लेनेशन यहाँ पे करेगा और ये बताएगा क्या झूठ है क्या नहीं है। आज हम लोग ये पकड़ेंगे।
It's about the issues with Emiway. Like, how did this even come about?
Man, it's crazy because we had first done a song together. We were in
Lobotomy.
Qatar. Yeah, lobotomy. We did lobotomy, bro. And it was great energy. We came together, we did that record. The fans loved it. And it got so much positive reception that, it was just, he was real hip on Detroit, Detroit hip hop and stuff like that. So we was like, why don't we take this further? Why don't we do a whole project together? So then we started talking about doing an album, and that album became Detroit the Anthill, because the place where he's from in Mumbai is called Anthill. So we conveniently came up with the title DTA, which is Detroit the Anthill. Then it was like, I just kind of started to focus on how to put that project together. And I was like, I'm going to try to get the
ये बोल रहा है कि हाउ दे स्टार्टेड एंड फोकस द प्रोजेक्ट में, मतलब स्टार्ट कैसे करना, फोकस कैसे करना प्रोजेक्ट पे। हम लोग ये सोच रहे थे प्रोजेक्ट टुगेदर, आई लाइक यू एंड नो आई एम गोइंग टू ट्राई टू गेट अ डील टुगेदर।
12 on there, try to get Royce on there, try
हाँ,
to get like,
ये सब रैपर का नाम ले रहा है, डी ट्वेल्व रोइस एंड देयर ट्राई टू गेट अ लाइक यू नो टैग।
9 on there and everything like that. And we just started working on it. It was great energies. We was working on it together.
हाँ,
Um, and then just, things just started to get in the way of the whole process. First and foremost, you know, it was, we wanted to shoot the videos together. Like, we didn't want to separate the shoots. Like, there was thoughts of us, like me and the guy shooting in Detroit and him shooting in India and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out. He actually wanted to be in Detroit. So that was the thing. So then I was like, you know what? Why don't I step in and help with the visa process? So I got in touch with an immigration.
ये हेल्प कर रहा था वीजा प्रोसेस के लिए, और ये बता रहा है, मतलब एमिवे का नाम लेके नहीं बोल रहा, बट यहाँ पे बोल रहा है एमिवे के बारे में ही बोल रहा है ये, वीजा प्रोसेस एंड सो आई गेट टच एंड इमिग्रेशन के लिए मैंने बात कर लिया था, ऐसा बोल रहा समथिंग। तो एमिवे का कहना ये था कि तुमने इमिग्रेशन के बारे में अच्छे से बात ही नहीं किया था, तुम कैसे इमिग्रेशन किए थे भाई मेरे साथ। तो वो यहाँ पे मैं एक मिनट देख लेता हूँ।
That was the thing. So then I was like, you know what? Why don't I step in and help with the visa process? So I got in touch with an immigration lawyer and we started working on trying to get a visa for him. So that first time that we applied for his visa, it was for him and his team. It was only for like a limited window. It was like a 2-week window. You know what I'm saying? So it was a little bit difficult with a schedule for him to make it on that first trip. He put money into it. I put money into it. And it just got, it became difficult for him to come at that time. So it was completely understandable. But then what happened after that was I was like, all right, well, I had to reschedule everybody, like Royce, D12, Dhhnews, Tech. Everybody was all scheduled during that window. So I had to call everybody and be like, hey, my bad, this didn't work out. We're going to do this again another time. This time I wanted to be more organized. So I started ahead of time. And that first one was in 23. And the next visa that I applied for him was in 24. So this time I talked to him beforehand and I said, listen.
इसे एमिवे ने शॉट लेके लजानस रिस्टेट में बोला था कि पॉडकास्ट में डरा हुआ शक्ल दिखा रहा है बहन के लैंड, मैं तुम्हें बताता हूँ कि क्या होता है रैप। तो उसमें कुछ सॉर्ट आउट दिया था अच्छे से।
That I applied for him was in 24. So this time I talked to him beforehand and I said, listen, let's do our shoots in Detroit from this window to this window. And this time we applied for a 3-month O1 visa with his team as well. So we got a head start on
3 month के लिए वीजा अप्लाई करके दिया था क्या? वीजा टीम इज वेल एंड सो गुड एंड गो अहेड टू स्टार्ट होने वाला था,
to make sure that we get it done on time.
in the that we get it done on time.
And then once he got his visa, the 3-month visa, he started coming up with a whole bunch of stuff like
he start coming up with a whole bunch of the stuff.
Man, I can't make it to America during this window. I gotta go.
I can't make it America during the window and I
go to Finland. And my girl wants me to do this.
Finland. मैं जाना चाहता हूँ फिनलैंड. You know my girls want to me do this.
And that, and then it just started to become convoluted. I'm like, bro, I got all these meetings set up. Like, this is the second time I'm telling these guys to reschedule their time to do these video shoots. Royce is asking me questions. And up until now, too, he sent like a couple verses for the album. And like it just the verses wasn't cutting it. They weren't cutting it. And then we even talked about him coming over here and we working on the verses together in the studio. Like we would actually get in the studio at the Emzo studio, Bass Brothers studio, and actually sit down and like make sure the bars hit. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted him to sound good on his project, like really good on his project.
What about it wasn't hitting? Was like he wasn't flowing right, or like the lyrics weren't good? Like what exactly?
I think it was a combination of all of those things. And I played it to my team. I played it to D12 dudes and Royce. Everybody, like, they were like, yo, he needed a little work on that. You know what I'm saying? He needed to work on it. So then he had turned around and he was having problems with Royce's verse. And that just threw me off. Like, it was just weird to me, bro. Like, that's Royce the 5'9", bro. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, I disregarded all that. I talked to Denon Porter because I was trying to get production from him on an album. And when I reached out to Denon, Denon and me really started talking a lot, especially after Pale Blue Dot came out, the one I did from Outer Space. And then I was like, look, I got this project with this dude. It's called Detroit to Anthophil. And, he's a big artist in India. I really want to do this collaboration with you doing production on it. And then Denon was not keen on that. He was like, let me do something solo for you. Let me give you a solo project. that I want to produce for you. So the Scalpel track that I, came out in 23, that was actually originally I was trying to get Emiway on the track, but Dhhnews didn't want that at the time. He wanted to just give me a solo record. But then after I insisted, I was like, listen, I really want to get this guy a track, and ultimately he gave me another beat for the DTA project. And I talked to Emiway about that, and then Emiway was just like, I want to do a track with M. Like, I want to do a track with M.
Emiway को बोल रहा है कि I want to do track, मतलब मैं ये track करना चाहता हूँ, ठीक है?
I want to do track with M. I'm like, bro, I got you, bro, but we got to set up the bridge here. We got to get you a connection. We got to get you with Royce. I got
बोल रहा है God you मिलेगा
you with Bazaar. I got you with Swift. You know what I'm saying? And then I was talking to Tech Nine and getting that whole project together as well. And he kept saying no, it's M, and then he just kept coming up with different excuses until that second visa. When he got it, I was like, you know what? If he don't got the verses done, he's gonna get the verses done when he comes to Detroit. And then he's like, no, like, and then the things started happening with his girl.
What is the meaning of Detroit? I check it. मैं check करना चाहता हूँ. क्या है Detroit? Detroit क्या है भाई? Detroit है कि USA. अच्छा. See this fucking Detroit. Detroit एक सिटी का नाम है क्या? कमेंट में बताना जरा. I don't know Detroit. Please comment में बताना. What is the fucking Detroit? I don't know, bro. Thing started having with his
girl. And bro, like his girl, bro, is like she runs him. She's his boss. Like I'm talking to dude on the phone, and she grabs the phone, and she's like, no, he's gonna do this, and no, he's gonna do that, and just running him, bro. Like just hitting him with a stick. Like, no, you got to do this. Do it like my way. You got to do it like this. You got to do it like this. No, you can't go to the States. You got to come to Finland. I'm like, bro, can you just like do the Finland trip later? Because I talked to Roy to come to Finland. I'm like, bro, can you just like
Finland? And I'm like, bro, you can just
do the Finland trip later? Because I talked to Royce, and we're gonna try to take your dedication.
I talked to Rose, and we are going to try to take your dedication
track to M and try to get that to him. We're gonna get this meeting up with Tech Nine, and then we got these video shoots. Like, I set him up. I put all this money into this, bro, and he just disregarded it. He's like, bro, sorry, I can't come.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, right? Because he made some strong accusations saying you stole money from him and everything, but you were actually putting up a lot of bread for these visas.
एक मिनट मैं भी वाटर पी लेता हूँ भाई, प्यास लगा है, रुको एक मिनट.
Like out of your own pocket.
Right. It was not even just the visas. It was like even to get the video shoot set up and like in Airbnb, like even Airbnbs that I had like paid for that I wasn't able to get refunds on. Like there's so many different costs that were put together. Like I spent upward of 25, maybe 30 grand on a project total,
Damn.
And he did put some money that grand on a project total.
I like spend onward 25 maybe 30 grand on a project total. 30 grand together, like I spend मतलब 30 grand in a project में total spend करता.
And he did put some money down as well, but I put like about 3 times more money into the project. So when he came with the accusation that I stole, I was like, bro, where's that even coming from? Like, if anything, you stole. But I mean, that's just lame to even talk about that. We both put money into the project. You feel me?
So when you did that first song with him, right? Did you guys build like a relationship prior to that, or it was just more of like, this is a little transactional, you saw the outcome?
No. There was no transaction whatsoever for Lobotomy. We actually linked up, and as a producer that linked us together, and it was just mutual love that started that project. It was mutual love. There was no transactional history to that record at all, other than like me flying out to Qatar.
Behind the scenes though, you guys were talking, like it felt like
everything felt very genuine and cool, man. Everything felt genuine and dope,
So in a way you felt blindsided by this whole thing then, where it was just like
100.
Wow, like really like Mr. Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, like basically.
Well,
like
So I mean, the thing about it is that once the whole visa thing happened, that really rubbed me the wrong way because I'm like, yo,
हम्म,
this was the time for this album to happen. And you know,
हम्म।
this whole time you gotta understand, I'm
ये वैन का लंड बिना किए कुछ भी ना किए एमिवेज के गांड में उंगली नहीं कर रहा होगा, बस इतना जान लो। एमिवे एक ऐसा बंदा है कि बिना गलती किए किसी के गांड में उंगली नहीं करता है। और सोलिना के ऊपर शॉर्ट आउट लिया तो उसके ऊपर गुस्सा होगा ही वो, इसके लिए गांड में इसकी उंगली किया दोबारा। नहीं तो वो नहीं करता, वो नहीं चाहता था कि मैं ये उंगली जबरदस्ती करना चाहूँ। वो रियलिटी बता रहा होगा, इसे बुरा लगा, ये डिस्ट्रैक्ट डेथ भी ड्रॉप कर दिया। और खुद से नहीं हुआ तो बहन जो कोलैब कर लिया, बताओ।
going on different interviews and podcasts. Like I'm putting so much work into it. I'm going on Shade 45. I'm on Who Kids channel. I'm on various different platforms just speaking about and bigging him up. Like I introduced his name
हम्म,
to Royce. I introduced his name to DJ Who Kid. I introduced his name to Denon Porter. I introduced his name to all these people. And it was just like,
हम्म।
is this dude's thankless? Like he has no appreciation for that.
आई इंट्रोड्यूस नेम एमिवे। एमिवे का नाम नहीं लिया, डिनाय, रोइस, ये सब का नाम ले लिया। लेगा तो जान रहा है कि फिर पेलेगा वो।
All these people, and it was just like, is this dude's thankless? Like he has no appreciation for that, for all the stuff that I'm doing.
हम्म,
And then it was just at the end of the day, it was like, oh, I can't make it to the States.
हम्म,
And then further dialogue is like, all right, well, let's continue the project and let's do it another way. Let's film it in different parts of the world, or let's film it in Dubai or something. And every time he just give me the runaround, just give me the runaround. Like Deets was Swift and Bizarre, everybody like, yo, what's up with dude? Like, are we doing this or not? Years going by, the fans are like cussing me every day, like, yo, what's up with this album? Blaming me for it. And it just got frustrating, bro. It got so frustrating. And then ultimately what happened at the end was that he hits me up and he's like, yo, I wanna can you reach out to Tech Nine for this track? I want to get Tech on the record. Right. So I reach out to Tech Nine and I'm like, yo, I got this track, Emiway and this and that. And then Tech was like, yo, this would be great for the three of us to do for the DTA project. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I talked to Emiway about it and he's like, no, I don't want you on the track. I just want to do it with Tech. And then he starts bringing up for the first time ever the countries. He's like, you have Pakistani background, I'm Indian. So then this becomes like a problem all of a sudden. It just threw me for a loop, bro. I never, ever, ever once in my life thought about the factor of me having a Pakistani background and him having an Indian background. So he threw me for a loop. When that came out, I was just shocked, bro. I couldn't believe it that even came out of his mouth, the nationality thing. And after that, then I was like, wait a minute,
What?
that means DT.
बहन चोद, पाकिस्तान बैकग्राउंड और इंडियन बैकग्राउंड को क्या लेना देना इसमें? क्या ब्लेम कर रहा है ये चूतिया भाई? क्या क्या कर रहा है ये? What the fucking say bro? DTO प्रोजेक्ट के बारे में? Oh my god, oh my god. I don't know, bhai. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. He is fucking. What is fucking saying this, bro?
TA is not coming out. If that's how you feel about me, you should have told me that 3 years ago when we started doing lobotomy. Like, why is this a problem now? So that was just that broke me, bro. When he said that thing about the nationality, I was like, I couldn't believe he went there. And after that, he's like, let's cancel the project. I'm like, cancel the
ये चूतिया झूठ बोल रहा है। ये चूतिया झूठ बोल रहा है। तुम मानो या ना मानो, ये चूतिया झूठ बोल रहा है। पूरा पूरी झूठ बोल रहा है। मैं मानता हूँ ये चूतिया झूठ बोल रहा है। तुम मानो या ना मानो। इंडिया पाकिस्तान, यू आर इंडियन, आई एम पाकिस्तान से, मतलब मैं पाकिस्तान बैकग्राउंड से बिलोंग करता हूँ। डॉक्टर खान को बोला जा रहा है एंड तुम एक इंडियन हो, एमईवे को बोला जा रहा है। तो इसमें ये कंट्री से क्या लेना देना बहनचोद? क्या लेना देना? अभी अभी ऑपरेशन सिंदूर जब आया ना, उस टाइम कंट्री से लेना देना था, तब एमईवे पूरा फायर रहता था। अभी तो कोलैब कर सकता था तेरे साथ में, उस टाइम कोलैब कर सकता था। उस टाइम की बात ही अलग थी। तुम तो ऐसे झूठ बोल रहा है, ऐसे पकड़ा गया। क्या है ये? पॉडकास्ट भी खरीद के रखा है क्या बहन के लैंड? ये मेरे को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। क्या क्या बोलते जा रहा है? मैं आई डोंट ट्रस्ट दिस मैन, आई डोंट ट्रस्ट दिस मैन। मैं इसके ऊपर ट्रस्ट नहीं कर रहा। He is the fucking saying is a lie. Is fucking saying the lie all time. I am saying a lie. तुम मानो या ना मानो, I don't trust this man. I don't believe this man. I don't trust this man. तो मैं इसका वीडियो नहीं देख रहा भाई। अब ये मत बोलना कि तुम्हें समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो इसका वीडियो नहीं देख रहे हो। मैं सच सच बताना चाहता हूँ तुम लोग को कि मैं इसका वीडियो देखता हूँ, बट आई डोंट ट्रस्ट दिस मैन बिकॉज ही इज़ अ फकिंग लाई। ही इज़ फकिंग लाई। मैं एक्सप्लेनेशन करूँगा लाजारस ये लाइव एमिवे के बारे में। ये एमिवे के बारे में पहले मैं लाइव एक्सप्लेनेशन कर लूँगा, तब ये चूतिए के बारे में मैं सोचूंगा कि ये बोलना क्या रहा चाह रहा था, एमिवे बोल रहा है सच या ये बोल रहा है सच। मैं ये देखूंगा। मुझे तो पूरा पूरी लग रहा है कि एमिवे ही सच बोल रहा होगा। ये बोल रहा है चूतिया कि मैंने इसको टिकट वीज़ा करवा दिया, इमिग्रेशन के लिए भी वो कर दिया, मैंने सब चीज़ प्रोवाइड करवा दिया था, तो अमित तेरे पर फायर क्यों था भाई? वाई आर यू फायर एमिवे? तेरे पे फायर एमिवे क्यों था जब सारा चीज़ तो कर दिया था तो? ऊपर से ब्लेम डालता है लड़की के ऊपर, ऊपर से कोलैब करता है फॉरेनर आर्टिस्ट के साथ। बहनचोद भाई, अकेले अकेले लड़ो, तुम लोग का अकेले का बीफ है ये, और कृष्णा अगर बीफ में आ गया ना तो तुम लोग चूत जाओगे अच्छे से, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ। ये कृष्णा और अवतार अगर ये तीन बीफ में आ गए तो कौन कौन तुम्हारे साथ कोलैब में आएगा? फॉरेनर आर्टिस्ट, पूरे डीएचएच अगर आर्टिस्ट आ गए नहीं एक साथ में तो चूत जाओगे पूरे, याद रखना। चूतिया इसकी गर्लफ्रेंड को बीच में ला रहा है, बीफ इससे इसकी गर्लफ्रेंड को बीच में ला रहा है। पोल खोलेगा, तेरा भी पोल खोलने वाला है, वेट कर, तेरा भी पोल खोलेगा कुछ देर में। कुछ देर में तो अच्छा पोल खोलेगा तेरा, अब खोलेगा, अच्छा से खोलेगा, टेंशन मत ले, वेट कर। तेरी तो वो लेगा ना ये, याद रखे जिंदगी भर। क्या क्या बोलते जा रहे
The
हैं।
project after everything, all the effort, the time, and everything, just cancel the project. Bro, that shit was terrible, bro.
So you were good enough to help him get features with other people, but you weren't good enough to him in the end to like basically do the entire project with.
Right.
That's the way that he treated the situation.
You
like,
want to do the tech record. He didn't want me a part of it. And then he didn't want me a part of any project at that point, it seemed like, because he was talking about the countries. And I'm like, yo, now you talking about
He talking about a country, I am like you now and talking about। अरे बहनचोद क्या बोल रहा है भाई? तुम कंट्री के बारे में talking about कर रहे हो क्या? एमिवे चूतिया है क्या? फॉरेनर आर्टिस्ट के साथ अगर कोलैब कर रहा है तो ये पाकिस्तान के आर्टिस्ट के साथ कोलैब ना करे? उस टाइम की बात अलग थी, बोरिसन सुंदर की बात अलग है। अरे बैंचोद, मतलब इतना लाई बोल रहा है, इज द फकिंग लाई भाई, ये तो पूरा झूठ बोल रहा है, तुम मानो या ना मानो, इज द फकिंग लाई। किसने कमेंट किया लाई है, झूठ वगैरह बोल रहा है? जब इंसान की गांड फट जाती है ना तो इंटरव्यू में ऐसे ही दिखता है। बात सही है, जब इंसान की गांड फटती है ना तो इंटरव्यू में ऐसा ही दिखता है। वैसा एमिवे ने बोला था, ठीक है, रिप इन एडवांस ब्रो, आई सो ये फियर इन ऑन फेस, मैं तुम्हारा फियर देख रहा हूँ फेस पे, रिप इन एडवांस। वो भाई साहब कैसे पंगा ले लिए। The fact is that there is no boots and all are real people in the BKP. Live in advance, Lazarus. Fake news alert. Amiway got a visa alone, not for the team, and that was a main reason Amiway did cancel the plan and to go Detroit, and he can't alone. I need to have people list do with them. हाँ, कौन है? एक्सी एक्सी इज द फकिंग रियलिटी। ये रियलिटी बोल रहा बंदा, रियलिटी बोल रहा है ये। और कोई है क्या? एम इज डैड यू? नो, इज योर फादर। एम यू ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू द प्रूफ एंड लाइव स्ट्रीम। हाँ, एम यू बोल रहा है, प्रूफ कराया है भाई। वो रियलिटी बोलेगा, वो झूठ बोलने वाला इंसान नहीं है। बहन पाकिस्तान के आदमी लोग भले झूठ बोल सकते हैं बट वो नहीं, वो कभी नहीं, वो कभी बोल ही नहीं सकता ये सब के बारे में उल्टा सीधा भाई। तो मैं इसका वीडियो अभी नहीं देखूंगा, बिकॉज इफ ही इज अ फकिंग लाइंग, ये पूरा पूरी झूठ बोल रहा है। मैं एमिवे का एक्सप्लेनेशन करूंगा लाइव स्ट्रीम के बारे में, एंड उसके बाद इसका करूंगा। मैं इसका वीडियो अभी नहीं देखने वाला। तो चलो आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं, चलो लेट्स गो। और चैनल के ऊपर नए हो तो चैनल को लाइक करो, सब्सक्राइब करो, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर करो, कमेंट करके जाना। अब वीडियो पूरा देखना भाई, क्वालिटी के ऊपर मत जाना कि वीडियो में नहीं देख पा रहा हूँ। क्वालिटी डोंट मैटर, वीडियो में क्या एक्सप्लेनेशन हो रहा है उसको समझो, अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन कर पा रहा है या नहीं वो देखो तुम लोग। बस क्वालिटी के ऊपर चले जाते हो व्यू के लिए भाई, व्हाट द फकिंग यार। यूजर लोग समझते नहीं है मेरे बातों को, ध्यान दो और कमेंट करना जरूर।